This tutorial explains how team captains register teams and invite players using LeagueLab. We're assuming you have a LeagueLab demo site set up and that you've already created at least one league or tournament. And if you haven't done that yet, you want to follow the new league or tournament tutorial first and then come back to this one. Before we start, I want to look briefly at the settings for this league because they'll affect how the registration process works. So back at our dashboard, we're going to sign up for the Thursday Evening Football League. We can see its settings there in the setup panel. The settings that affect how the team registration works are here in the team registration structure and pricing. So we'll just go through these really quickly. Now we have here team captains are responsible for payment. That means the team has one single balance as opposed to every player having their own balance. The captain's officially responsible for that balance, but we will see how it's possible for the players to pitch in too. The next, each team that signs up is automatically set in confirmed status, meaning we're basically guaranteeing them a spot in the league. If you can't do that, you can use not offered instead. That creates an extra step where you have to offer the team a spot and then they'll be confirmed into the league. We're going to start off with confirmed, and one reason for that is because we'll be able to see how the payment works without having to go through that extra step. Next is, what do we require from the captain at registration time? We're requiring the captain to provide their payment info, but we're not going to actually charge it at the time they register. It's just sort of like to reserve a hotel room. You provide your card and then you can pay later. This is only available if you have a custom merchant account, so if you don't, you'll have to use a different payment setting for registration time. Finally, down here we see that the team fee is $500, which is can be different for different leagues. If you have different options, especially up toward the top here, the registration process might look a little bit different, but we're using sort of one of the most expansive, so there might just be steps missing in yours. Back to our registration example. Before we start though, I want to look here and see that we're still signed in as the league director. We want to pretend to be a brand new captain coming to the website to sign up a team, so we don't want to still stay logged in as the league director. I'm going to sign out of that league director's account so that we can pretend to be a brand new person coming in. Takes us back to the login page. What I really want to do is sign up, so I'm going to click sign up here. And this shows me all of the leagues available for registration. We just have one here, Thursday Evening Football, and we want to be a team captain registering a team, so we're going to click the sign up link in the team row. Now we're into the registration process here, and I want to look at a couple things first. The first is this progress indicator here at the top. It shows all the steps of registration. We are at the start. Next we'll enter our team name and our personal information, our email address and phone number. Then we'll talk about payment. Even if we're not collecting money or payment info, we still go to the payment step to make the captain aware of your payment terms so that they understand what they're getting themselves into. Then we're going to review the info and make sure it's all correct before we submit it, and then it'll be complete. Also, every registration page will have this summary area over here just to make sure that it's always visible. What are you signing up for? How much is it going to cost? So we were asked if we're a returning user we can sign in, or if we're a new user we can just continue and create a new account. We're going to be a new user. So I enter my info here. First I choose my team name. And then I choose a username for myself. I'm going to be somebody named Captain Cook. Choose a password, retype the password to make sure I didn't make a typo. Captain Cook is a male. So for the email address, during the demo stage, all the emails that the system sends are going to go to your contact email that you set up when you created the demo. So you can really use whatever you want here. The emails won't really be sent to that address. I'm just going to use my email address here. And a phone number. Secondary phone number is optional, and then we are asked for whether we have any comments or questions. And then we're off to the next step. So this is the payment stage. At the top of the payment and terms page are your payment terms for your league. This is customizable by you, and this is where you want to explain to the team captain all of their responsibilities and sort of the agreement that they're entering into with you when they register. You want to explain when they need to pay by, what happens if they don't pay, what happens if they cancel, is there a penalty for forfeits. All that kind of stuff should be in your team payment policy, because the captain's got to agree to those payment terms in order to continue, and that's the agreement between you and the captain. We also see here we have the team fee. It's $500, and now we have the amount to pay right now. Nothing. We are just providing this info to hold the spot. So we can provide the payment information here. This can all be faked in demo mode. We can use any credit card number. I'm just going to use a bunch of 4s. Likewise with the security code. And we are ready to go to the next step. So this is the review step. All of our information has been entered, and we get a chance, if we want to go back and change some of it, we can do that. We can cancel if we get cold feet, or we can continue and complete our registration. Okay, our registration is complete, and let's take a look at a couple things on this page. First of all, the thing we want the captain to do next is go invite some players. Right now all we know about is the captain and the team name. So the next step for the captain is to go invite the rest of the team to join in as well. We also tell the captain what the status of the team is. This isn't such a big deal when it's confirmed, but if the team were waitlisted or not offered, we'd want to make sure that the captain understands that there's another step before they're officially confirmed into the league. Finally, maybe most importantly, is the team congratulation message. This is a message that's part of your league setup. You can get to it in the league setup page of your administration panel, and this is how you let the captain know what's next. Only you can tell the captain what to expect now that they've registered, and this is where you should do that. This message appears here, and it's also sent in the email that the captain receives. So let's go take a look at that email. Got our inbox here, and we see a couple of different emails. Remember, since we're in demo mode, all of the emails the system sends are coming to my email address. So the first one here is when we entered our info on that first registration page, the Your Info page, that created a user account for Captain Cook. When that happened, Captain Cook received an email so that he knows even if he doesn't finish his registration, he has an account now. He can come back and sign in and explore the site as a registered user. So this email is going to just notify Captain Cook of that, tell him how to get back to the website. Next, we have two registration emails. We have the registration acknowledgement that gets sent to Captain Cook, and then we have another email that gets sent to you, the league director, from Captain Cook, letting you know that he's registered. So let's look at this one. First, we have the demo notice. This just goes into all the emails to let you know that you're still in demo mode. And then you see a link to the league director's admin for that team. So you can click this link and jump directly to the detailed info on that team in your admin site. What follows is an exact copy of the email that Captain Cook got. So you can see all the info that is contained in that acknowledgement email here as well. So we have the captain's team name, we have the team status again, this team is confirmed. This here, now that you've registered, this is the team congratulation message that you can customize in your league director's admin. We have the team's info, we have the team's balance, and we have a note here that we've collected info, but we haven't finished, we haven't taken any money. And then we have a couple of links to the public site, to areas that the Captain Cook might want to look at, and then it's signed off by you, the league. So that's the captain's acknowledgement email, or your notification of that acknowledgement, sort of all in one there. So let's go back to Captain Cook and let's invite some players. So this is Captain Cook's team management panel. When the roster's empty like this one is, we automatically pop up the new player window so that we can invite some players, because there's not much else to manage with this team yet. So let's invite somebody. We'll invite Sam Smith, a male. Again, we can use a fake email address here because all the emails are going to our account. Notice that we ask for sort of a minimal amount of information here. It's Sam Smith who's really the one who needs to provide the rest of the details, because we want it to be as easy as possible for Captain Cook to invite as many friends as he needs to fill out his roster. The next thing down here is an optional space where Captain Cook can request that Sam pay part of the team fee. This is a feature called Team Payer. You can learn more about it here or here. And the basic idea is that it's an extra convenience where, even though the captain is officially responsible for the team fee, we can allow Sam Smith to pay part of the team fee online directly to the league, and that way he and Captain Cook don't have to organize writing checks, bringing them to the game, losing them, having them get rained on, all that sort of thing. There is a small convenience fee for using Team Payer, and the way that works out is that the player will pay $2 extra, and the league, you, the league director, will receive one of those dollars, and League Lab receives the other. So it's split that way. But that's entirely optional. The captain doesn't need to request money from Sam Smith, and Sam Smith doesn't need to pay. It's really ultimately that payment relationship is just between the league and the captain in a captain's pay situation. So let's invite Sam. That closes the player ad pop-up, and we see the team management panel. Let's get a quick overview of that. It shows us the team name, which league the team is in, the status of the team. This team is confirmed. We have the payment summary here, the fee, any payments that have been made, and the outstanding balance. At any time, the captain can go pay that balance as long as the team's confirmed. And then below we have the roster. You see Sam here. We have a waiting for reply. Notice here, Sam hasn't accepted the invitation yet. If Captain Cook wants, he can send a reminder to Sam. He can even change the email address, or he can cancel the invitation. So at this point, Captain Cook would use the Invite Players button here to invite more and more players until he's got a complete roster. When the roster gets bigger, we have the email facility here where we can check the names of the people we want to send emails to, and then click Email Selected and send emails to all those people. So that's a convenient way for the captains to keep in touch with the team and let them know what's going on. That's about it for our overview of the captain's registration. We will continue in part 2, though, to follow through on Sam's invitation, see what things look like from his perspective, and then we'll take a look at this whole team in the league director's admin to see what it's like for you as the league director to manage this team.